Hello everyone! Ants in the garden are always a double-edged sword. On the one hand, they are good for the soil, loosening it, but on the other, they bring in aphids and create a veritable ant city in the garden beds. If you've decided to clean up and get rid of uninvited guests, I'll share several effective methods for getting rid of ants. All of them are gentle enough to use near vegetables without the use of harsh chemicals, and they are also easy to replicate at home. It's worth starting with the most accessible and popular option, ordinary semolina. Many people think that ants eat semolina, it swells inside them, and the insects die. In fact, the mechanism works differently. The semolina swells not inside the ants themselves, but inside the nest, sticking together and clogging the passages through which they move. This method is completely safe, so I recommend starting with it. Simply sprinkle dry semolina directly onto the ant's hill and along the path where the insects are walking, and observe their behavior. Usually the next day you will notice a significant reduction in the colony's numbers. If semolina doesn't produce the desired results, move on to a more radical method – boiling water. This is a quick method, but it's important to understand how it works and its limitations. Hot water actually destroys insect tissue, and any ants exposed to it die instantly. By pouring boiling water into an ant's hill, you simultaneously destroy the larvae and eggs inside the nest, and the water itself penetrates deep into the soil, reaching the lower levels of the colony. This is important because ants live not only near the surface. However, the queen ant often hides at the great depths, and boiling water may not reach her. This means that ants may reappear in the same location after some time, in which case simply repeat the procedure. For effectiveness, pour water directly into the excavated nest using 2 to 5 liters, and it's best to do this in the evening when most of the colony is still inside. It's important to note, boiling water should not be applied directly to the beds or near plant roots, as it can damage the soil and plants. The day after treatment, many dead insects usually remain within a meter of the ant's hill, confirming the effectiveness of the method. Speaking of garden beds, here is an option that is safe for them – mustard powder. It doesn't just repel ants, it can force the entire colony to leave the area entirely. Mustard contains essential oils and pungent ingredients that irritate the insects' legs and antennae, impairing their ability to follow scent trails. As a result, the ants become confused, unable to move normally, and prefer to move elsewhere. Generously sprinkle mustard powder on the ant's hill itself, path, and the area around the plants. The layer should be noticeable. Keep in mind that the powder's effectiveness weakens after rain, so repeat the application. Within a day or two, you will notice the insects starting to leave the area. You can also water the nest with a solution. 4 tablespoons of mustard powder per liter of water, mix thoroughly and pour it inside. This will help the mixture penetrate deeper. The downside of mustard is that it doesn't kill the ants, but only forces them to move. So this method should be combined with something that actually destroys the colony. For this, a mixture of boric acid, sugar and a small amount of water is suitable. A teaspoon of acid and sugar diluted to a thick syrup consistency. Pour the resulting mixture into the lids. Boric acid acts as a slow-acting intestinal poison. The ants don't die immediately, but manage to bring the bait back to the nest, infecting the rest of the ants, including the queen, which gradually kills the entire colony, not just individual scout ants. Place the leads near the ant hill and along the ant path. If ants are spotted in your home, place the leads near the threshold or trash bin, but be sure to keep the solution out of reach of children and animals. The first results will appear within a day or two, and the complete disappearance of the ants usually occurs within a week. The solution should not be too concentrated, otherwise the insects will die instantly and will not have time to carry the poison to the nest. And finally, the most serious option is special ant pellets. They don't work immediately, the ant drags the pellets into the nest, becomes infected, and transmits the poison to the rest of the colony, ultimately killing both the workers and the queen. Which method you choose is up to you, but I'd recommend working from simple to more advanced. Share your ant control experiences and what worked for you in the comments. If you found these tips helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. There is a lot of interesting content here. Thanks for watching and see you in the next videos.